When we first got married, everything was great, honeymoon phase. As we got more comfortable with each other, things started to turn bad very quickly. I never saw fighting growing up, and so I did not know how to handle conflict. So anytime we had any kind of conflict, I thought, oh, we're getting a divorce. That's just what happens when people fight. I could not handle us arguing, and it was happening a lot. I knew that we had problems. We just were kind of content living as roommates, and I just thought, this is marriage.
We were going to church, and I was living the same exact life that my parents did. You know, you go, you look like you have it all together, and then throughout the week, just crumbling. It got to a point where I decided that I wasn't a good enough father or husband and that they deserved better. And so I set my ring down on her side table and was done.
Jordan left the girls and I, and no really explanation. I remember sitting in my car just crying and yelling out to God, why is this happening? We filled out divorce papers and we sold our rings and I sold our house. We were a month away from moving on separate ways in our life. And then Jordan had what can only be a God moment.
Our pastor came to me and was like, there is a ministry that Northview has, and it's called Hopeful Tomorrows, and I think you and Alyssa need to go to it.
He called me, and I had a lot of questions, obviously. What if he does this again? We reconciled. We attended Hopeful Tomorrows weekend, and that just absolutely saved our marriage.
Wonderful experience.
It was incredible. Once those walls came down, I was able to soften my heart to Jordan and to really embrace what our marriage could be. It truly felt like our marriage was starting all over again. Once we took that step of intentionality and just said, God is gonna be first and our marriage is gonna be second above all things in our lives, including our children, that is what brought the change in our marriage.
Dating every week is something that is super powerful to us. Just having those intentional times together, making sure that you're investing in your marriage. If we weren't intentional and if we weren't really focused on the other, I don't think we would have ever gotten back together. I'm just thankful that God did bring me back, because now my girls get to see what it looks like to have a husband that loves their wife, and what a God-centered marriage looks like.
It's been about 3 years since we attended. We still use the tools that we learned. I just love what God has done with our story, and now we have been able to take our story and we get to help other couples.
God has not only done miracles in our lives, but He is still doing miracles. And there's still an opportunity for you if you're going through that same situation. There's still an opportunity for things to turn around, because no marriage is perfect and no marriage will ever be perfect. But you can tackle those situations before they happen with Hopeful Tomorrows. And Northview does a great job of championing that.
It is called Hopeful Tomorrows for a reason, because every day moving forward, there is hope if you just keep God in the center of your marriage.
Yeah,
so
definitely.